Welcome back to another video here on DeBacco University. Today we're going to be looking at fiber analysis, and as we see in the rope picture here, this is a large piece of fiber, but there's also some smaller fibers in here. So we're going to look how you would analyze those and how would we look at those in more detail. So first off, when we're looking at fibers, there's two main categories. There's natural fibers, which are made from animal or plant-based fibers, and you might be familiar with like cotton, silk, and wool. We see the cotton plant located right here. Then we have synthetic fibers, which are man-made or artificial, and they're produced entirely from chemicals, typically in extrusion process. Examples of these are polyester, rayon, or acrylic. Polyester is the single most used textile, overtaking cotton, so we've actually started using more synthetic fibers than natural fibers now. When we're looking at fibers, we want to be taking into consideration the coloration of those fibers. So here's an example of kind of viewing them on a large scale, and then we're also under a microscope. And this is an acetate fiber. We see that kind of blue color. If it didn't have any dye in it, it would kind of be like a gray kind of color to it if the dye wasn't present. So this definitely shows that with a light microscope, you can also determine individual fiber color. Then we get into fiber diameter. So we're looking at these, particularly the diameter of the fiber. Just like a circle, the diameter is kind of through the center and from one end to the other. It's a straight line that passes through the center and ends at the endpoints of that circle. So same as diameter in a math class. Since hair can be variable because it only provides a general range, keep in mind that as a person ages, their hair typically becomes thicker and stronger, and the thicker hair is found closer to the root section of the hair and kind of like thins out or almost tapers as it gets to the end within some degree. And the diameter of human hair is typically a range of about 17 to 181 millionths of a meter, or typically we start looking at microns, and here's an average hair here of 70 microns in diameter. Lastly, we have fabric pill, which is the pilling is a term used for loose strands or balls of fiber that form on a piece of fabric. Typically, if you have older fabric, you kind of get this pilling that develops. And pills form due to rubbing and abrasion during normal wear and use. And this can indicate, if you find a piece of fabric that does have a lot of this pilling, indication that it might be worn or has a lot of abrasion over a period of time.